Hi everyone, this is James from Info Direct Group YouTube channel. I have a new video for you. It is called Rapture Maybe Soon. So let me show you what I found. Now July 7th, 2024. Now in the Hebrew calendar, that is the 1st of Tammuz, 5784. And that is the 10th month in the civil calendar and the 4th month in the religious calendar. Okay. And this is what we're seeing in the heavens. Now, this is in my stellarium program. You have the moon, Mercury, Venus, Sun, Gemini, and then you also have Beryl, okay, the asteroid Beryl right here. And I just wanted to show you what that meant. In simple gematria, Beryl, the result is 62. Okay, and if you watch my previous videos, a number of times I've made reference to the Bible code that's in the first 5 books of the Bible, in the Torah, okay? And this is actually something that was found by rabbis many years ago. And also Chuck Missler, the late Chuck Missler, he also has a few videos out there about this code. But anyway, it is called the Torah always points to YHWH. That is the tetragrammaton or tetragram for Yahweh. Okay. Now, the reason why I think it could be significant, because if you take a look at Torah in simple gematria, the result is 62. And for Beryl in simple gematria, the result is 62. So the Torah always points to YHWH. Okay. Just like in this code, you've got in Genesis and Exodus, you have Torah spelled normally, like from left to right, as in English, normally, or sorry, from left to right in English, and that's at 49 skips. But in Numbers and Deuteronomy, it is backwards, or it'd be like Hebrew would be from right to left. Okay, so you have just like God, okay, in simple gematria is 26, and then you have Torah is 62. But if you from right to left, it is 26, just like Beryl. So I thought that was pretty interesting in how it's lined up. And the sun could represent God, okay? And so you're pointing, the Torah is always pointing to YHWH. So I felt that I put a cross here to kind of go through the alignment here with Venus and the sun. And the Venus, a lot of times I believe it represents Jesus. So that is, something that is quite interesting. And I wanted to show you something in time and date calendar calculator, July 1st, 2024. Now, if you subtract 98 days, now that is 49 times 2, that's 98 days. So you subtract that from July 1st, 2024, and that lands us on Purim this year, okay? But what makes it even more intriguing is that if you go from July 7th, 2024, and the same thing, 49 times 2, so 98 days, but you're going to add it this time, and it brings us right to October 13th, 2024, which is probably going to be the Day of Atonement. So that's pretty incredible, I think. And another thing I want to show you, that this Beryl is in Gemini, and I just noticed the magnitude is 17.70. Now, this might be a coincidence, but I just thought it was interesting that if you take June 7, 2024, now it's on a Sunday, so that's the first day of the week. July is the 7th month in the Gregorian calendar, and it's the 7th day. So you got 177. Now, there was also a Bible code that I showed in the past that had a very similar pattern. It had a 1, 7, and a 7. But anyway, that is, something maybe I'll show in another video. But, it's very interesting, how this is possibly lining up. And the Lord would not have put these codes in the Bible if He didn't want us to find them. And, God's timing is perfect. He wanted us to find it at this time, I believe, and, to warn us and show us that His word is true. It's like a watermark or a fingerprint that His word is true. And it can't be forged. Like, it proves that He is behind the Bible. The word is valid. The word is true. So, and then I wanted to show you again Jesus in Simple Gematria 74, and then God in Simple Gematria. There's always 26, but how it breaks down. You have 7 is the value for G. For O is 15, and D is 4. So you have 7 and 4 right in there. So if you add 7 and 4 together, that's 74. And then 15 is rest, okay? Just like the Sabbath, or the rest day. And cross in Simple Gematria is also 74. Not a coincidence. God planned that this would work this way. So, I don't know if anything's going to happen at this time, but I just wanted to show you what I found. Now, I got something else I want to show you. Now, if you take a look at this, now, this came to my attention through Steve Fletcher. He put out a few videos about this, and it almost looks like a wedding ring, okay? Now, this top part looks like the diamond, and then it's got, say, a bright part here also. But anyway, this is one of my watches I did. Now, this is back in October of 2023, and also October-November range. But I just thought it was very interesting how it sort of lines up here, and it makes the Y. If you watch my last video, I talked about Y in my matrix, why that was significant, but I'm not going to really get into that right now. But just how it kind of lines up, and it makes like a Y right here. The Lord, I will mention that the Lord did not want me to count the Y in the first part of the matrix. And you're not going to know what I'm talking about unless you watch my previous videos, but I've made several videos about it. But anyway, how this lines up is very interesting, and it points that 10, and 10 is a Gentile number, and it also means fullness. It's kind of pointing right at that diamond. Okay, and this is actually in gold. Now, when I created this, this is probably the third, fourth version I've created of this watch, but this is done, months and months ago, and the first version was over a year ago, and I really didn't know what I was doing, or I just felt led. This is what the Lord wanted me to put in a watch, through the power of the Holy Spirit, and that's what it came up with. And it has right here, you got Rapture right here, and it kind of fits right at the bottom here. And, and it points, right to that diamond. And not only that, it's got Pisces right here, and there's the fish right here. Okay? So just thought that was something that, could be intentional. And it's also pointing up, looks like, some kind of bird here. But I just wanted to show you that. And just one other thing. Now, this is another watch. This one says October 2023, and it was also November of 2023. I made some changes. But again, it kind of lines up here. You have like a mountain right here. 29 you have here, and the 6th, July 6th, 2024, that is the 29th of Sivan. And you also have 153, and again, that's with the Hebrew calendar or even the Torah calendar, that kind of lines up also. Okay, and now in John chapter 21, you've got the 153 fish catch miracle, and 153 is a triangular number, So you get 17 times 3 times 3, that equals 153. And I just put 3 times 3 equals 9. But in the first part of my matrix, there's a 29, and the 9 is also highlighted. So, maybe pointing to July 9th, 7th, and the 9th. But I think it's significant. And then you have, for whatever reason, I felt the Lord wanted me to add another 7 here. So you got 7/7, just like July 7th, possibly. And, it's, again, it is pretty amazing how it kind of lines up, at least on this angle here. It's kind of highlighting possibly this time period. So I just wanted to show you this. I just put it in your hands. This time might pass. I don't know, but if anything, it appears that it's highlighting, well, these feast days, right? These like Purim, March 25th, 2024, and then, these are God's appointed times, okay? You have probably the Day of Atonement. I believe that would be the Day of Atonement because October the 3rd, there's an eclipse. And if that is the Feast of Trumpets, then 10 days later, so it would be right around October 13th, 2024. So if anything, the rapture could happen anytime. It could happen this fall. I really think it's going to happen soon. I'm going to end this video now. So thank you so much for watching. God bless you. I love you all. Now, I just want to add a correction on the end of this video. Now, I made a mistake. I said that July 6, 2024 is actually Sivan 29. But actually, the day that I'm creating this video, which is July 5th, 2024, is actually Sivan 29. The 6th is actually the 30th of Sivan, okay? So I just wanted to add that correction. So thanks again for watching.